I got in the mail a box of goodies from Cheeky Studios because I am guest designing for them in the month of June. So I thought I would share with you what they sent me to kind of give you a little preview of what I'm going to be using as I make a couple of projects for them later this month. So I'm going to start with, they sent me 2 different kind of collections and then some other things that are going on. So this first one is actually by Cheeky Studio, and it is called Autumn Beauty. And there are several papers in this collection that they sent me, and I'm going to show you what they look like. They're beautiful. I cannot wait to work with them. So even though it's called Autumn Beauty, I have already looked at these, I'll tell you, a little bit ahead, and I noticed that there are so many things that I could make with this autumn collection that will actually end up looking more spring. So I'm excited to try to challenge myself to do that since we're into the spring season a little bit more. I thought I would try to make that happen. So let me start with the pattern papers. This is paper number 1 from the collection, and it has pretty little not butterflies, they are called birds. It has birds on it with little leaves. And then the back side has a more neutral side, meaning less of a pattern. Okay, so it just has a beautiful little cluster down here at the bottom with a spot for the date. This one says Autumn Beauty on it, and it has things like family bonfires, pumpkin patch, friends, weather, cinnamon, that sort of thing. But then the back side has something that could very easily be a picnic sort of layout if you wanted to, with the whole idea of the checkerboard. So I really like that. That is side 4 or page 4. Here's page 5, more florals with a pink background, and it has, I don't know if you can see that on camera, I think so, it has a little bit of a white look up there, and then that is also mimicked on the back side here on page 6. This paper 6 is, again, another one that you could use very easily as a background. There's not a ton going on, but it is still has a little something, which I like to do that. Then this one has cute little hedgehogs that you could totally use on this page just as is, but you could also use these hedgehogs by fussy cutting them and putting them onto a layout with a nice little floral up here in the side. Then on the back side, page 8, this is beautiful. I love the little soft little flowers here, little flower clusters all over. That is page 8 or pattern paper 8. This one is pattern paper 9. It has a huge pattern in the middle. You could almost like put this in a frame and then put it up on your wall in autumn and not add much to it, much of anything to it. The other side is probably the side I will use because it's one of my favorites. It has little, it has kind of a mixed media look to it. It has little dots. I don't know if you can see that in there. It looks almost like you took a palette knife and scraped some paint on there. It also maybe looks a little weathered. I don't know how else to describe it. I just really like it. It's beautiful in person. And then the last couple pages that they sent me from this collection, this one is page 11, and it has these lovely wreaths on it. Pretty fall looking with a pretty bird. And then this is probably one of my favorites, partly because it's orange, of course, but also I like the color of the orange. It's almost a peach orange, and I have a feeling that that is going to make it onto one of my projects. So to go with that, I'm just going to leave this one out. Actually, I'm going to pull this one back to leave that one out for you. There were some die cuts they sent with this collection. This is also from Autumn Beauty. And these die cuts have a ton of different florals in them. One of the things and that little cute little hedgehog. So there are a lot of things that scream fall to me, but there are also some things that you could very easily turn into a spring layout. There's lots of florals, lots of leaves to go with that. Pine cone, some other florals. I do have some fall photos that I haven't taken care of yet. I haven't documented, but I'm still gonna try to do a little bit more of a spring layout just because it's fun to challenge myself to do some things. So you can kind of get an idea. I love these little guys. Are totally perfect little additions to embellish with, and these cute little birds. So you can see how this obviously matches with the collection really well from what you've seen of the papers. The other thing that they sent me that's from this collection is this is a cut apart label. It says things like Fall in Love, Amazing Grace. It has the cute little hedgehogs there again, and then a lot of mimicking of those same colors and the designs that are in the collection. So I'm going to set those aside and show you the other papers that they sent me today. So the other papers that they sent me are papers by Catherine Martin, or Cat Martin, if you're friends with her, and I feel like I am. This is her Norwegian wood collection, and I really love this, and I can't believe I don't already have this in my stash, but I don't. It was one of those things I kept meaning to grab and then didn't, and I'm so thankful that Cheeky Studio sent this to me. So this paper is paper 1, and it has there's a line here. I don't know if you can see that on the camera. So it almost looks like these are vines or leaves or something, but from afar they almost look like they're hearts. I could see using them in either way. So there's this side with lots. It has all the colors really that are in the collection or on this page, and then a floral on the back, which is kind of a black background with a floral and then these like little teardrops. This is a gorgeous green with some red and yellow. Once again, floral, and then it also, I like the way she mixed the florals with the geometrics. And this is paper 3. Paper 4 is definitely more fall looking. Obviously, it has the acorns, but it also has these little sprigs of berries, which I really like. Those are really cute, and you'll see those pop up on another page here coming up soon. Okay, that's paper 4. This is paper 5, and all these little woodland creatures are adorable. There's bears and owls and foxes and deer. Very cute. And then the other side is a nice bold red with a little bit of a floral like leaf pattern in it. And I like the ovals. That's nice. Then when I first saw this, I was like, ooh, I'm going to fussy cut this majorly. I love all these little clusters of flowers. And if I wanted to make this not as fall and make it look a little bit more spring related, I could not use this leaf and use this part, and you wouldn't even know that it was a fall collection. So that's kind of cool. This is paper 7. But then when I flipped it over, because I'll admit I already looked at these before this video, I love this. This is just gorgeous. I could see using it either direction. It's a very pretty mint kind of color. I don't know what color to call it. I'm not good at naming my colors. I just like using them. Then this one is paper 9. Still, we're in that Norwegian wood collection. And this one has triangles all over. I love that it has all of the colors. And then the other side has stripes, and you can see that a lot of these are very similar to some of the pattern papers, meaning like this is the same as the pattern paper here. So is this one here, just a little bit smaller version, and I like that. And the last piece of paper that they sent me is this one, also from Norwegian wood, is paper 11, and it has a nice chevron, and then on the back it's 12, and it has a beautiful little dainty floral. I call it dainty just because it's almost like pencil drawing in white. I like it, almost like a doodle. I love it. So to go with this, they sent me the Norwegian wood ephemera pack as well. And this, one of the things I like about this, it does have a lot of those woodland creatures. I like all of the details included in this. It's very pretty. There are some, so in addition to the woodland creatures, there are also lots of flowers. There are butterflies, which you know I love. Then there are sayings like autumn is in my soul, stay wild, that could very easily be a title or just an embellishment. Wonderful. These would not have to be necessarily, some of these would not have to be fall. They could definitely be any time of year type sayings. Some of them are autumn. And then, let's see. So big flower clusters, butterflies, leaves, those sorts of things. And small flowers as well, which I appreciate. All right. Oh, and those little woodland creatures are adorable. Okay, so in addition to sending me those ephemera pieces, I also got another ephemera pack, which I really think is very pretty, and some other items that come from the Cheeky Studio Midnight Florals collection. And so I got these, which are, wondering if I need to maybe grab, here, let me just grab a piece of cardstock so you can see them a little bit better. So here are some florals. Obviously there are florals in here. It's called Midnight Florals. And so there are some flare buttons as well as tons of florals. Sorry for all of the packaging noise. So all of these like little itty bitty flowers, and then the bigger flowers. I like these because this is kind of just showing you all of the things that are in the colors that are in the collection. I love this. It's like a swatch look. There are some things that you could definitely use to journal on, or even just add the date. Lots of different types of florals included, leaves as well as the actual flowers. So anyway, there are also some, what do you call these? Feathers. Yeah, feathers in this collection. And more journal spots and more flowers. So there's big flowers and smaller flowers. I think, I think actually that doesn't belong in there. I think that one I might have grabbed when I laid them out the first time to look at them. I may have mixed a couple of ephemera packs there, but the rest of these are all right. That yellow I'm pretty sure doesn't belong in there. All right, so there we go. I cannot wait to show you what I end up creating using these lovely papers and ephemera packs from Cheeky Studios. One last thing they did send me though that I can't be remiss and not show is this is called Summer Blossoms, and look at these cute little pieces right there that look like little flowers of sequins, and then lovely mix. I love the yellows in here. I could totally see, I've already got kind of an idea of how I want to use those. So thanks a lot for stopping by, and I will see you soon. I cannot wait to show you what I end up making with all of these products. By the way, when you head over to Cheeky Studios, you can click below. There is a link to get to their place. And when you go over there, if you would like to, when you purchase something, you can at the very end put in the code GUEST10, and you will get a little bit of a discount for watching this video. So thanks a lot for stopping by, and I will see you again very soon.